Let's go, baby.
This is fucking sick.
It's a lot of work.
Did we
It
talk
doesn't
a lot
feel like a lot of work tonight. It might be because I've been on the bags all day.
Yeah. And we're live. It's not my accents, of
So
course.
yeah, we've
What are
got
you
Cole
talking about?
Legacy and Katharyn
Ding, ding,
Henson.
ding. You've got the king,
Henson,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you accepting blowjobs while you're busy not eating pussy because your neck
I mean,
hurts?
yeah, but I'm not asking for them. But if they want to give me...
Welcome, Fady Kassab, everybody.
Fady Kassab, everybody.
This dude eats ass.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Jump in,
I
Fady.
have
Grab
to
me-
say,
grab a
I'm
stool.
so excited.
They're fighting in Blacktown and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, so I've got to clear.
Fighting.
Yeah, and then the shortage happened.
You notice everyone started off with their own stride.
Fuck is this?
Intro.
What?
You don't have to perform.
This is the best,
Make
yeah.
it for yourself. Swim against the stream. We all have a great need for acceptance. But you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd.
Are you gonna bring us
or
in?
unpopular, even though the
Oh,
herd
yeah,
may
fuck
go.
that.
I edited it all up afterwards anyway.
Oh, sound. You got an intro video?
Do it.
I didn't believe. This is sick, Canada. Let's go, baby. This is fucking sick.
It's a lot of work.
Did we
It
talk
doesn't
a lot
feel
of...
like a lot of work tonight. It might be because I've been on the bags all day.
Yeah. And we're live.
Yeah, I don't give shit. People were smoking weed in like one of the episodes the other day.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like just right behind the camera, like people rolling J's,
Oh,
smoking
that's
dudes,
sick.
having a chat and shit.
About
Well, anyway,
that
let's. I better intro it. So, welcome to the Dead Comic Society. Let me make sure I'm in my own fucking podcast. Sweet, we're good. Basically, the idea of it is I'd normally play a bit from like a dead comic up top, and then like we discuss it. But as I already mentioned on the pod, I've had a big week and weekend. So didn't have time to edit it in.
Well, you could
big
kill
week.
one of us
Yeah.
on the podcast and then...
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have any jokes that people would remember.
I couldn't play any bits. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I'm
2
ready
minutes
to die.
of dialogue. Yeah. Who is your favorite? Your most? Yeah. What the fuck? Your favorite deceased comic?
Oh, fuck. I guess Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had him on before. We've played.
I guess
him
I'll
out,
go with Bill Hicks. Yeah.
Bill Hicks. I never liked him. Like, as a comedian, I understand. Like, I
And
look
that's
at
why
him
he
and
killed
I'm
himself.
I'm like, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
you don't like comedy.
He couldn't take that I didn't follow him back on Instagram. I do like comedy. I just don't like watching shows. I just think I'm funnier than everybody. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
like,
I've
that's my
heard-
cross to bear, isn't it? But Bill Hicks, I understand why he's funny. Like, I get it. Like, I watch it. I'm like, oh, that's funny, but it just doesn't make me laugh. You know what I mean?
Who's
Yeah.
your favorite dead comic?
I don't know. I'm one of them. I like the ones that are living. The dead ones, I'd say like Patrice
Yeah,
O'Neill,
Patrice.
maybe.
or
something like that,
Richard
yeah.
Pryor.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor would be
classic.
On
Yeah.
Live on Sunset was fucking fire.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, man.
The irony that I called it live as well. But
So
smoking
we've got,
ciggies on the pod. Yes.
I have to fucking get in trouble from Facebook advertising for that, but yeah, I've got a sponsor as well. I better mention that up top. I've drunk all the beers. We got a case of beers for a month, but I drank them all. We drank them all. Me and Elliot, like week 1.
Yeah. I forgot to record the fucking thing.
Yeah, I've done a few different ads and none of them are good. So whatever. Go to thebeerdrop.com.au. $20 off your first order. Just use code DCS.
This is so sick. You got a sponsor and everything. For
Yeah,
actual mics
well,
and
yeah. It's crazy how when you care enough about something, you can really get shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should write a joke once.
Yeah, right.
You might find you like it. It's crazy.
Imagine about like precise bits and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like
Oh, that would be disgusting.
10-minute long obzos.
Yeah.
You'd have to take a seat and have a think,
Exactly.
which I know
Oh, my
someone like you has
Lord,
to
yeah.
sit to think.
Definitely not, yeah.
Yeah.
I got funny bones, you got pens and paper. All right, so that's a fair trade-off, I feel like.
Funny minds. Yeah, so what are we going to talk about? We got some cool shit. How's it been since you've been?
Do they even know who it? I mean, well, I guess
yeah,
they
fuck
know.
yeah,
but
they do.
they must know my accents, of
So,
course.
yeah, we
What are
got
you
Cole
talking about?
Legacy and Katharyn
Ding, ding,
Henson.
ding, you've got the king,
Henson,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah. And
The
your
king.
name is the fucking worst. I fucked it up like 6 times. Even when
It's
I was
the
like,
worst?
Yeah,
It's not that hard.
The strange A.
It's not a choice. It's not a choice. My mom did that on purpose to make me special. And I called her, when I was still drinking, I called her up drunk one night. I was like, tell me about this, you know?
Yeah.
Why? And she was like, only 8 people in the world have your spelling the year you were born. I was like, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
And I asked her
7
why
other
she did
people
it.
do.
Well, she said the neighbors suggested it. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like, so
great.
you took this suggestion from neighbors whose names you can't remember for my shitty name.
I love
It
that.
was actually also your missing dad.
You used to be an alcoholic, but your mum already gave you an extra A because she knew where you were going anyway, eventually. Like, you're going to end up in AA. I'm just going to give you a head start with this one.
Let's get the first one under your belt. Oh, man.
That's why your middle name is Meth.
My mom was given a weird name. My grandma named my mom Tempest.
Oof.
Yeah.
First name?
First name, Tempest.
Named after how hard
Yeah.
she came out of the womb. Like a tempest.
And so my mom's pretty straight-laced compared to me. I know we just got to know each other, but like, you know, you at this point, you know, I used to smoke meth. I work in a sex dungeon. You know, I'm a comedian, among other things. And Kyle's always so thrilled.
It's so good. I feel like I was so sheltered.
And
It's like I smoked weed and my granddad beat the shit out of me when I was 15. Oh, great.
typical.
But I was so high that when
So
he was beating me,
basic.
I was so high first time I smoked. That when he was punching me, I'm just laughing more, and that's just making him more angry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it always
I'm like,
does.
What the fuck?
I'll give you something to laugh
Apparatus,
about.
riddle hands could still.
Yeah, so your mum's like just calm as shit.
Yeah, well, my mom is super prim and proper. So I asked her recently, I was like, when did you decide to change your name from Tempest to Kristen, which is what it is? Where are you going? You're just leaving?
What the fuck?
Like, Jesus.
He said there'd be a sponsor. Now it's our podcast. So who wants to meet LeBron James?
Just you.
Professional
And-
equipment, unprofessional host.
And she's, again, like this woman, my mom has smoked weed once in her life with a
Really?
woman named Penny Pinkerton. Like that kind of lady. That's the kind of
Jeez,
woman my
that
mom
sounds like
is.
a made-up woman.
Yeah, right? So I asked her, I was like, well, why'd you change your name from Tempest to Kristen? And she said that at the time she was working at a law firm and she was telling her coworker that she didn't like her name, Tempest.
Yeah.
So she was like, well, why don't you ask one of the lawyers what you have to do to change it? So she asked the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, oh, we could take care of that for you right now. What do you want to change it to? And she was like, well, I don't know. And the lawyer was like, well, why don't we hold it to a vote?
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck, Mom? And so she's sitting at work, and then they have everybody in the law office vote on 3 names. The suggestions were Kristen, Kirsten, and Unka, because my mom looks Scandinavian.
As if everybody was like, I'm going to go with Unka.
Yeah,
Quite frankly,
you've got an
of
opportunity to
course.
fuck
Yeah.
this woman's life
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
It's like 2 names that are nearly identical, and then Unka. And
Real creative office.
and they voted on Kristen. So my mom just went with the name Kristen.
How old was she?
Like 19. But still, my mom, like that's something I would do. And I'm like, Mom, you let strangers pick your name, and you're mad at me for smoking meth. Like, give me a break. Like,
If I changed my name, I'd go proper like black with it. I feel like in America, there's so many. Well, you'd know, so many comedians are like. There's like one my
Jamal.
friend's called like Dark Mark or like Cedric the Entertainer. For
Oh,
the
you'd
start.
put
Like,
like,
and
what
I'd
would
put-
you be?
Yeah, definitely put like Kyle the Entertainer or something
Kyle,
like that. You know what I mean? Like,
just-
that's a given.
That's how far his brain went with it.
Kyle
He's like, wait,
Andrew.
this
Well,
sounds
I
like a
give him
joke I might have to
sports,
write.
but
I'm out of here. I'm out.
that sounds like something you put on the side of a rape
Well, I
van.
wouldn't go with Unka. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I always think of those things as like.
Kyle the Pussy Destroyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody just leave off Destroyer.
Kyle the Pussy. What? You didn't say it was like Twitter. I'd get so many characters. What the fuck?
I always feel like those names are like. It's like almost like a magician. It reminds me of like a magician's name. You know, it's always like Harold the Great, who like.
Yeah,
They always
yeah.
have some spastic ending for their fucking show
Bert
name.
the Wanderer or something
Yeah,
like
some
that.
shit like that. Yeah, it's interesting that black people you start using that.
Well, you've yeah, because that's weird. Because black people normally don't like magic, so maybe
Well,
they're
they
trying
like
to
it a
take
lot.
that off.
Yeah,
them.
when-
Oh, they like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Black, whenever they do street magic,
Yeah,
like
they
you always
really
know it's
like-
got a good video when it's black people crowd
Yeah.
watching. You're like, oh, this lady's about to lose her
Yeah.
shit so
Let me-
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they
it's
like black
insane.
magic? Yeah.
Hello, look out. What you got, Reddit? You got so many names, and what are you going by these days?
Oh yeah, so yeah, everyone calls me Chillz. That's
Chillz.
like
Chills.
yeah.
With a Z.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yo, 'cause how else are you gonna
Yeah.
chill?
Yeah.
The pussy destroyer. Chills the pussy destroyer. Yeah, so that's
I
just,
destroy him, you put him on ice, rinse and repeat.
so that came about because like dude, when I was 16 and started going to raves and taking heaps of drugs and meeting all these people in the rave scene.
Yeah.
Like people on drugs can't remember 3-syllable names.
True.
Like Anthony. They're fucked.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So I just came up with a 1-syllable name and I was writing out all these ideas and my window was open and this breeze came through and I got a shiver up my spine. I was like, oh, Chillz. And I just started introducing myself as Chillz to everyone and it just stuck. And now like my family calls me it. Everyone
way.
Yeah, everyone except the comedy scene calls me it. And even some of them do now as well. But
Sick. No, I mean,
yeah.
It sounds like a drug
sometimes I do,
dealer
it
name.
depends, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
say that as well. It's my well. I better not say what that is. Yeah,
You have a sponsor, remember?
It's still currently active.
Yeah.
So, what do you, aside from hanging out with this degenerate, what have you been doing since you've been down here? Anything interesting?
No.
No?
I'm very bad at doing the seeing the sights. Like I see anything around a comedy show, and that's pretty much it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
True.
oh,
well, you're
this is
from New
nice.
York. It's like the sights here would be shit compared to the sights in New York. You
When
know what I
people
mean?
were like, I got to go to the Opera House, or somebody was like, pier. They were like yelling a pier I should go see, down to some pier.
Darling Harbour, maybe?
I don't know, harbor. Maybe it was a harbor.
Yeah,
whatever.
Bridge, maybe.
Yeah, I should do something. I didn't see anything in London. I was just in London for 2 months. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see anything. And I like I actually like punk rock. So like, and there's like, it's like a birthplace of punk rock, and I didn't go to see anything.
Oh, shit. I mean, I'm the same. I'm not a big touristy guy. Anyway,
Yeah,
so.
I'm just like, what's some good food? What's some good cheap eats?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and then like the comedy show, and then I'm staying at like they're calling it the Laugh Mob Pad. There are 14
Mansion.
men and 7,000 roaches that live there, and
Really?
that's how that's going. Yeah, and
Who's living there at the moment?
It's me, Reuben, Sean, Katharyn, Ronan, Ambro, Reese, and the gay Japanese lad. What's his name?
Well, he won't speak to anyone, which I think is fair.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Wait, is
probably
he
the
coming?
guy. No.
It's just the
Oh,
guy.
just a gay Japanese guy.
It's yeah.
Rubbish.
It's just me, Katharyn, Sean at a push, Reuben, and that are comics.
Yeah. Fucking hell. How many bedrooms?
It's a 4-bedroom with a garage.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, how many
Which
actual
one's the
bedrooms?
5? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a garage.
Yeah, how many bedrooms did it
No,
start
just
with?
5 with the
1, 2,
garage.
3.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's-
5 in
Yeah.
the garage. 5 in the garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've just been sleeping on the couch, you know.
hilarious.
Very funny, yeah.
Well, I mean, like what? You'll chip in like $20 a week to pay rent? Or?
Well, no, I mean, I'm
No.
moving into my place just to, like, they live there, we're just crashing there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm crashing,
I'm moving into
yeah.
my old place tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're never here anyway.
The garage,
exactly.
I guess I'm moving into the garage soon, and it's like a pull-out couch with a mattress that goes on top of the pull-out mattress.
She's like got her own room
Double
at the
layered?
moment, though.
Yeah, I do have my own room at the moment. I am like,
Ooh,
I am
special.
so happy everybody there smokes so much weed because they're taking a while to get everything in motion for the new people who are supposed to be moving into the room.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, boys, like, who wants another bong rip? I'd love to stay in this bed one more night.
So you're gonna end up sharing with someone, or you're gonna?
No, I'm moving to the garage, but I have a room right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. How long are you staying here for?
Well, I'm here until the 23rd. I'm going to Adelaide next week for a few days.
Oh yeah, festival time. Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck,
and then I'm
forgot
going to go to
about
Melbourne, and then I'm going to come back and do 4 nights for the Sydney Comedy Festival.
that. Oh, you got a show in the festival?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
You notoriously love the Sydney Comedy Festival
Let's not
and
talk
all the
about that.
creators.
I
out there.
currently have a show in the comedy festival, live mug off on May 1st.
There you go.
Any shit talking will be held back until after that, after the pay comes in, after the ticket money comes in.
Once that invoice is paid.
Yeah,
then it's-
then. But then also I probably won't divulge anything just in case. But
Yeah.
let's get started. I think I'm going to do like a weekend festival here. Put one on like 2 nights, like comedy shows, live podcasts, like heaps of shit going all in one. Like
all in
2
one
venues.
venue.
Maybe 1 or 2 across 2 venues. Probably magic.
I mean, you got to use that one. Obviously, that's great.
Yeah, but it'll be like Friday, Saturday.
Well, it's the best because we're outside now. What happens if it rains? Like all this equipment is that the end of the podcast right there?
Just forever.
Regardless
The
how much
last
momentum we
podcast.
build,
Yeah.
so this is.
So no, I did have a look in and it wasn't going to rain tonight.
I didn't
but
know you could
normally
rain
cover
off a
this.
podcast. That's hilarious. You can rain off outdoor gigs,
All
but
the
I've never heard of
events,
raining off a
waterproof.
podcast before.
It would be fucked. Like we've had there was one time where it was like one of the biggest storms in Sydney, and this show was on, and there was a benefit to it. I don't know if first of all heaps of people came down.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
it started pissing down, so no one could leave, which was sick.
Oh, nice.
But then we had the awning
Hostage
out.
situation comedy.
They all had
Nice.
to listen to the pod, and we just put it inside there and faced it that way, and it just works.
Well, we got some people here.
options.
We got 2 Canadians here.
They're not Canadians. They're Canadians.
They are Canadians? You're Canadians? Yeah, see, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Shout out
crowd
to
working on
the
the pod.
Canadians.
Nobody's
that's
doing this
right.
shit.
No one's breaking the third.
It's insane, yeah.
It's the only thing you can do, so you might as well do it.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
you. He likes raccoons. And that's all we got, really.
Yeah.
But good bloke.
Oh man! All right, so I mean, this really just works as this. It's just
Who's your
hanging out,
favourite
talking.
dead comic?
What'd you say?
I'd probably say Patrice. I think. Oh,
Patrice?
yeah, Brody Stevens as well. Real good.
Don't even know.
Yeah.
Richard or
he had his 1
Patrice
year.
would have to be, yeah.
Yeah, he passed away 1 year ago, like a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to close out the store.
Yeah.
Like in LA, like all the fucking time, like every single like.
So he was like
one till two thing.
in this like club comic. He was like one of the best club comics. Yeah.
No, not really. It was just like real positive, high energy.
Oh, yeah.
But real funny jokes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
intense. I get BO in the shower. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, real crazy shit. Yeah. you'd have to watch your stuff.
I was going to say, that's the example you went with.
Yeah.
The store really relaxed their busking policy. I feel like.
But we got some clips here to watch and talk about. I don't know how many of them are gonna. Well, they're all funny, but so something that's happening here recently. You probably discovered this, Katharyn. I mean, there's probably no toilet paper at the Laugh Mob mansion.
Guess I went to the grocery store today. Can you? Okay. First of all, there was no paper products to be had there.
Yep.
Not that I was looking, but I just noticed that like there was a wall of just emptiness.
Empty shelves, yeah.
So then I started thinking about what's going on back at the place, and I was like, oh fuck. So I got back and I asked him, and another guy was like, what's the deal with the toilet paper situation? Like, why is there no toilet paper? And their answer to me was, no one knows. Do you know why?
Nobody knows. All right, so yeah, apparently I'm hearing rumors about this shit that basically they're worried about the supply.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, because of coronavirus, they're worried
Yeah.
about the supply from China or some shit like that. But we can manufacture it here.
No,
and
but
Kleenex,
it's like, why just toilet paper? Why not like fucking food like
Yeah.
beans, non-perishables and shit like that?
yeah, so they're stockpiling paracetamol and all this other shit, but mainly toilet paper. I don't know. See, what has happened is now people are so fucking like such sheep. And I even noticed it happening to me a little bit when I went in there and I was like, oh, fuck, I am running out. I should grab some. If there is some, because people are obviously buying it up.
Yeah.
So what's happened now is everyone's like, oh, they're buying it up. We better get some while we can. And it's created a system that's just constantly rolling of people like, what if there's no more toilet paper? What if there's no more? So they're all
Yeah,
getting
but we're
it.
like legitimately almost out of toilet paper at this house.
Oh, at the house. Yeah, that's just them being grubs.
People are. I mean, there's a lot of wanking going on.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? What I did
I
in
mean,
this.
we'll just wank directly in the shower. That's
Okay,
that's an easy
what I
fix,
did
yeah.
here. Okay, you don't know this. Do you want to talk about what I said to you before I went on stage?
Oh, yeah. Go for it. You
So
do it.
this open mic was happening. Okay, I had that cigarette, right? You rolled me a cigarette.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a cigarette. I'd been backed up all day, and it was like instant. It was like instant classic. I was like, I have to go,
Yeah.
drop off all the kids. And I was in there though, and it was with such a force that I was like, this is supposed to be loud, but no one's laughing at this guy's jokes. Like, I'm waiting for a punchline so I can
No
have explosive
way.
diarrhea, and it's not happening. So, like, I had to somehow muffle, like, the plane crash that was happening in my asshole, dude. And it was, like, mud butt. It was horrendous in there, and somehow I made it out of there, like, silent, but, like, because that's an open-air bathroom
Yeah.
right next to the stage, and there's no laughing, no punchlines.
Yeah. Imagine if you just heard that in the middle of
Could
the
you
set.
imagine? And then the person who comes out of the bathroom is me, and then I have to go up
my
like
God.
immediately after.
You might have heard her from shitting in the store.
But what I'm saying is like that was very real. And if I don't have toilet paper at a point
Yeah.
when that happens again, when it happens again, not if, when it happens
yeah,
again,
yeah.
what are we gonna do?
Will you just jump in the shower directly afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh God! Can I also say something about living with all these men? You find out they're not grossed
You were
out.
just wet constantly.
Oh, yeah, really, just like
I mean, you're
it's
just
just a
a
house of
woman.
pussy crushers. really.
I could put on a t-shirt. Just let me know.
Dude, so they're not grossed out by the roaches, of which there are so many. And I'm
It's
from
Australia.
New York. No.
Yeah, but are we talking the little ones, the big ones?
We're talking about all sizes.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
talking
no.
about like you turn on the lights and they're not
So
afraid.
there's hierarchy.
There-
Like there's big ones,
you got
small
the
ones.
babies,
Okay.
and I like live in New York. Like I have roaches in my
Yeah.
home. I'm not a princess. This is like an issue. You know what I
Yeah?
mean? Crawling all over, clean dishes and shit. Like you turn on the light, they're like on the everywhere on the floor. He sprayed by the dishwasher, and
send
the
it, I'll
pile
edit
of
it.
dead roaches was amazing. I mean, they saw Reuven and Ronan saw
Oh,
it.
really? I
That's
didn't
why
see
they
that,
cleaned
so-
your house.
Okay.
Yeah, it all happened for a reason. But so they're not grossed out by the roaches. But I found out that 2 of the guys who live in the house won't use the same side of their towel on all of their body. For example, they use one side on their face
Who's
and the
that?
other side on their ass.
What the fuck?
Who's this?
This is Ronan and
Of
Sean.
course, pretty boy. Oh,
Ronan and Sean.
How would you remember which is which?
That's exactly what I said. So
Yeah.
Ronan buys towels that have 2 different sides apparently, so he can know for sure. Sean's has one that has something on the top and then another thing on the
As if
bottom.
it wouldn't seep through though. The
Exactly.
thin cotton,
I
you
know.
what mean?
I
Yeah.
know. So I think it's so hilarious. These dudes, it's like the roaches, no big deal. But that towel, my towel,
Yeah.
won't touch my ass and my face when
Yeah.
it's clean too. It's nobody's wiping your shitty ass
I
with your
know.
fucking towel.
You
Yeah.
just got out of the shower, yeah. So you go face down, aren't you? I always drive from here down.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
drive. I'm not
thinking, yeah.
wiping my ass and then bringing it to my face.
I know, yeah.
It's so funny to
Interesting,
learn about
yeah.
people.
And nobody really does that move where they fucking
does that
scrape
move?
it up.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
gross.
Never been done.
That's
Yeah.
like
That has
fucking
been
Tom
done.
Cruise risky business. That's about it. You
I mean,
know
I
what
only
mean?
do that when I'm masturbating,
thought-
but that's a thing for me.
I
You know.
thought that's how you that you had to do that. Like when I was growing up, I thought that was like a thing that how you cleaned in there.
No, it's a weird.
Like ages.
And if you don't, they'll kill you.
No, but then I got older and a little bit thicker, and then it's just skid marks.
Chafing.
City, you know what
Oh,
I mean? I'm
yeah,
just,
of course.
Just pulling
every
off the
towel's
skin.
ruined. It's a nightmare.
Do you guys eat ass?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. You savages, I knew you would. Yeah.
You don't?
No. What are you talking
What's your
about?
problem?
Well, I got the same rule with the towel, but my mouth is just for food, and I don't use it for eating ass.
What about pussy?
That is technically food.
Pussy, I'm getting
food.
back into eating pussy.
Getting back into what
I-
got you out of it that nobody would
just,
let you do
just,
it?
Just the taste, the smell.
The taste.
I mean, I
Really?
just,
Well, I'm thinking about the roaches, but obviously
I
the
went
girls
good
who've
at it.
been
I
there.
went good at it, so I stopped and it hit my neck and shit. And
Hurt my neck.
I didn't like it, but then my ex.
If you put enough
liked
effort in
it,
as
so I
well,
got
your
into
tongue's
it.
sore, your
What?
throat's dry.
Exactly.
But I consider that as a day off work, but also just like a badge of honor. I'm cruising around like
Yeah, no, I'm getting
chain
into
smoking
pussy
packet.
now.
Are
I
you
like it,
accepting blowjobs while you're busy not eating pussy because your neck
I mean,
hurts?
yeah, but I'm not asking for them. But if they want to give me,
Welcome, Fady Kassab, everybody.
Fady Kassab, everybody.
Oh
This dude eats ass.
No.
Oh yeah.
Jump in,
I
Fady.
have
Grab
to
a-
say,
grab a
I'm
stool.
so excited.
We know each other?
No.
Fady Kassab
I should grab him a mic.
is in here.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, what's happening
Allah
here?
Akbar, baby. Good to see you.
Go on, I don't want to interrupt.
You don't want to jump in? You can jump in. I can get you a mic if you want, or you're heading off, or.
I was, well, Katharyn's here. I'll
Yeah.
stay for a sec.
Yeah,
Sweet, jump,
nice.
jump on my mic for now.
No need, no need.
No, go get you one. I'll go get you one.
Oh, man.
Jump in there.
What are you
This
talking
is
about?
so good. We're talking about eating ass
Yeah.
and pussy.
Welcome.
You're talking to someone like who was married 10 years. No, none of that, man.
No, I feel like we conjured you the moment we brought up eating ass.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not what happened?
I
That
mean,
a
you
thing?
started
That's-
running. Did you not remember?
Well, that became popular while I was married. Eating
Ah.
Did it? Or has it always been there?
I don't. I feel like it's only been the last
Since
few
like
years.
Greek
isn't it?
times or something.
Yeah.
You were born like yesterday. What are you talking about?
What do you
Just
mean?
the last few years.
Last few years. Yeah.
People have been alive and potentially eating ass this whole time.
I don't know about that. Do you
Wait,
reckon
so-
the cavemans would eat an ass?
Why wouldn't they have tried it at least once?
That's true, maybe.
Well, they used to die at 30.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Why am I
Yeah, you
holding
hold the
this?
mic
Not
like
even
an
gonna-
open mic
not
with
even
the
gonna-
wire and everything. What a hack!
It's a life hack.
It's a lot.
Oh,
Test, test.
I want to tell Fady that I have told your joke, and I've said the comic that I met at the Fringe named Fady has one of the a very funny joke. Can I say it?
Go on.
Do you mind? Why are fat chicks so loud? We can see you. Isn't that great?
Well, I can't believe I said that. Well,
No,
I
it's-
never. I try not to say too much.
That's fine, but it's a good joke. You don't have to say it that much, but it's still a good
It's
joke.
so loud. We can say. Yeah. I remember screaming that in Edinburgh, yeah.
It's just very good, though. That's why I remember it fondly. It's so good.
I love the one. You know, where you're like the boy of my. You know, when you're like, I just flew back from Lebanon. What's that one? Do that joke.
And boy, are all my Hezbollah friends dead.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, they are. Let's go. Soundbite.
You're out of control. We're just talking about the toilet paper situation, how everyone's freaking out.
Do you know this is why I'm still hanging around this area?
You're stealing toilet
I'm
paper.
actually
Looking for it.
loitering, with no pun in like, I'm
Yeah.
actually loitering, just trying to. I thought maybe at 11 I'll go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
And all the old people
Restock.
would have slept, you know, and,
Yeah.
and maybe they have new pallets out.
Yeah, man, I'm in a group for like Potts Point, like that local area near the Magic Mike show, and they had like, so they've got an informant in the Coles there that they're fucking like, they've communicated with to find out when the drop off is. Yeah, like, yeah, dude. So
The
they've got a-
whole toilet paper scandal of
they've got a-
2020.
They've got a man on the inside, and it's fucking
Man on
crazy,
the
dude.
I don't know if you
They got a paper boy?
Yeah, 100%. It's not. So they're telling him when the delivery's coming and stuff. So they're all getting ready and like they're starting a movement, like getting together and like going in as a team, and because it's one per person, and these people are old and they respect that rule, but they also want the toilet. So yeah, babe, thanks for coming down, guys.
Bye.
See you later,
I just
Canada.
imagine them in tactical gear. They're like, go, go, go.
Yeah, well, the
Like
area's
running to
mainly
the
old
aisles.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're fighting in Blacktown and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, so I've got
They're
to clear.
fighting.
Yeah, and then the shortage happened. Listen, man. I was thinking it'd be a great time for toilet paper dealers, right?
Yeah.
Some shady alley, and the guy standing there. What do you want? 2-ply, 3-ply? Tell me. I've got it all.
Yo, I
right?
need 2 rolls, man. I need 2 rolls. I need 2 rolls.
Yeah, the trench coat's all different things. It's got like a fabric sample pack.
Like, I only got Kleenex. All right, that's all we got here today.
It's 100% pure. So this is cranking. All of these it's all out west, like where I grew up in Blacktown, and in that area is where they're getting real vicious and violent because mainly the IQ out there is very low, but
well, the bowel movement is high.
yeah.
Due to, I mean, Blacktown, a lot of Indian, cuisine. There.
And they've got a Taco Bell there.
Oh, they just opened.
So, you know what I mean?
Do they really?
Yeah.
And isn't it weird how that coincided?
Property's going up, baby.
So let's watch this clip. You can watch it on the screen here.
This is insane.
So, yeah, this guy, he's throwing it out to people. Like, and some.
He's like a Jesus Christ character almost.
I think he does. Yeah.
Take my children. Take.
Look at them all like.
This is like Black Friday in America, except for toilet paper.
Look at how angry everyone is.
Thing is, I genuinely need some for the house now.
Yeah, same.
I know, yeah.
Everything.
And I'm afraid to look like an idiot if I go and buy some.
Same. Well, you just buy one. Look, see him throwing them around.
That's crazy. Or just go
Did you hear
go
that?
like a small convenience. What did he say?
Wow.
Oh, Merry Christmas. That guy doesn't even work there. He's just taking the
That
piss.
guy's on a roll.
Yeah, he's just going long, everything. Look at them all fucking like
Wow.
animals.
Does somebody have 3 mountains of that?
Yeah.
Do we
They
know
don't care about
where
other
and
people.
when this started? Like in Sydney?
Yeah,
They just came from Perth. They
apparently
weren't doing this in
started in
It was a
Perth.
couple of weeks.
Apparently it started in China. Someone was just telling me that.
Oh, they started
So
doing
it
it.
started in Wuhan. Apparently when they locked people down 14 days, they can't leave the house. They realized they're running short, like really, really low on toilet paper.
Yeah.
So they started stocking up there. It went viral around the world. Well, no pun. But I mean, yeah. That's
Oh
what
wow! And then everyone's like, "Oh, we better stock up too. We're not getting put in lockdown. This is Australia.
I know.
We bash our Muslims down at Coronella.
Just stop letting Japanese tourists. That's it. You know what I mean?
Well, they're the good ones.
Easy fix.
Japanese.
Yeah,
I think
of course, yeah.
That's just
Any
his
of the-
personal preference.
Yeah. I reckon we keep the Japanese, but the rest of them, no. No.
Are you in charge of telling the difference?
You can tell. Yeah, it's fucking wild. So this, I think this, the craziness of this is like, especially out west, they are much more stupid. I grew up out there. A lot of them, they're all families as well, so they don't understand what they're doing it for.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like, they just see that it's happening, and they're like, oh, if everyone's getting toilet paper, I'm getting toilet paper. And then they're also like, hey, I don't have a hobby or like anything I'm doing. My kids are at school. Let's go down and fight people for toilet paper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's start the battle royale.
That's
But it would be a very cushy fight, like snapping.
Oh, man. Oh, I think there is a good opportunity there to start like a battle royale, Hunger Games style fighting tournament for the fucking Tower of Kleenex. There is the punch on one in here somewhere. I should have fucking named these videos. There we go.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
great.
So this is from my area.
I saw this one, yeah.
And
Chillz.
by it, no, the dog food aisle.
The dog food.
Aisle 5. Read the sign, dickhead.
So yeah,
My lord.
so there's one big black woman punching on with 2
Non-black women.
non-black women, and she's screaming wildly. 2 on 1. Sounds like a good British accent.
Really?
She doesn't get one.
Yeah, so she just wants one. Go away from my daughter. So she's this big black lady is taking out the whole family.
That's crazy.
I
Look, who's that person holding onto her shoulders? Just
Yeah.
fucking massaging her like at a boxing fight?
So she goes, no, not one pack. So she's got a trolley full of it. And so watch what happened here.
I need everyone to back off right now.
Look at, he's got his manager's shoes on.
Oh, that's
Look at that shirt. That shirt
the
means
whole trolley off
business.
them?
Yeah, so
Oh,
look,
yeah. That's very dad
Yeah.
behavior, by the way.
get off the trolley now. He confiscates the whole trolley. And, all right, now watch her head. This is something that they've edited out in a lot of videos.
Adrian. Call the police. I'm calling the police.
All right, watch this. Watch her head just drop. She just puts her head down and starts crying.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But you know,
And
the
she can't.
tissues are there.
And she can't wipe the tears. Then. That's the irony.
Can't wipe tears with plastic.
I was thinking. You know how in the West you said they have Taco Bell there?
Yeah.
That's a very futuristic because in Demolition Man, they don't need toilet paper, right? All the restaurants in Demolition Man are Taco Bell in the movie.
Oh yeah, no, they use seashells,
They use
don't
seashells.
they? Seashells,
So I
yeah.
was thinking there shouldn't be any fighting if they're living in like a Taco Bell's there now. They're heading to that direction. The 3 seashells, they should. But that's a very dad behavior. What just happened here? Like both of you are naughty. I'm taking everything away.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
that's true.
Like, that checkered shirt.
I like to think about like what's going through her head when she's getting this confiscated. Say 40-something, maybe 50-something-year-old woman with her daughter there.
Yeah.
Who's just lost the fight 2-on-1, to be honest. And
She took it out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Down goes Frazier.
that's why her head dropped. She's like, not only have I lost the battle, I've lost the war. But it's just like, man, how could you like?
She's like, I'm so constipated.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy. Like the shame that you would feel, like to obviously, like just to have a manager of Coles of Woolies just be like, no toilet paper. You get none of it now. No one's getting it. But like, there is a limit to one packet per purchase now. So like, but the problem is no one at the cashier registers give a fuck about their job, so they're not going to be like, hey,
balls.
hey. Yeah.
They don't have the balls. To
Yeah, exactly.
Some of
They
these
need
people-
bouncers.
They have security
Are
guards
there
there.
any guys that are fighting over? I've just seen girl videos.
I don't think we care that much. We'll just use the yellow pages, you know.
I mean, you guys
Yeah,
use your
no.
hands,
To be
I feel
honest,
like, at the back of the house.
No.
You know, wild.
Don't look at me like that.
Are you
Don't
gonna
look
tell
at
us
me
another
like
story?
that.
Has someone been using their hand?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh no, that's
I've been
insane.
raising the back of Sean's towel.
The face side.
Yeah, the face side.
Well, bidets are in now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are installing hoses and water.
That's
Yeah.
the angle. Well, that's what Kyle was saying.
Water, mate.
You just get in the shower straight after you poop.
Exactly.
Or just angle
Or
it
do
out.
it in the shower.
Yeah, the waffle style
Vertical
thing.
integration. That's what it's called.
And push it down the fucking the little
Yeah.
sinkhole or whatever.
That's called a waffle stomp.
A waffle stomp.
Yeah.
A waffle stomp?
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
when
a
you
name
shit in
for
the
it.
shower and then push it down with your foot.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I done that once.
Thank you.
Eight,
Thank you so much for this.
ages ago. I done that. I don't know why. I was so hammered in a brothel, and
Okay.
and they make
Yeah.
you shower
Were you
like
working that night, or?
before and stuff. Nah, nah.
Oh, different.
Different
Sex
brothel.
dungeon.
Yeah,
Sex
yeah,
dungeon.
Different,
Brothel.
yeah,
Separate?
different things. Separate, yeah. Mine's not a
And I just took a
brothel.
shit in the shower. I don't know why. I just thought it was hilarious.
You just, wow, yeah.
I know.
That's the reason I did coke at work
Still
one
doing
time.
crowd work.
Still doing crowd work.
Well,
Yeah.
I missed the brothel story, it seems.
We know why.
Oh,
Wait, there was no story. I think that was the story.
So
That was the story.
Katharyn works in a sex dungeon.
You know that.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
does.
yeah.
She does, yeah.
What is the difference between that? A brothel and a sex
Well, because
dungeon?
there's no sex. It's just,
At the sex dungeon.
yeah.
That's
It's a
false
BDSM
advertising.
dungeon.
Oh.
What's the
But-
weirdest thing you sell there?
I mean,
Children.
Toilet paper.
No, it really depends on the I mean, there is no weirdest. I told this on another podcast recently. The thing that I realized I could never do for someone I liked, like most things I'm like looking at, I'm like, all right, I guess I could do that if I really like felt like I had a bond with somebody.
Yeah.
But this guy came in and he was like very attractive. He was like the kind of attractive you'd see in like a Brooklyn bar, and he brought like extra large diapers and he wanted to be an adult baby. And that's no big deal, really, but it was what he wanted her to say. So it was like, she was like, you know, she rubbed this, and this is what he told her. This is what I want you to say during the
How
half
did you
hour
hear
I'm
about
here.
this?
Because she told me.
right,
She
cool.
came out and told me immediately. So she like rubs
Double-sided,
his stomach, and then she goes, does baby need to go boom boom? Then he shits in the diaper.
Yum.
She jingles her keys in front of him, and he plays with him like a baby.
Yep.
She made him name the animals on the diaper. Like, what's this one? He's like, a lion. And she's like, what's the lion do? And he goes, rah, rah, rah. When he's like sitting in his own shit. And then when it's nearing the end, she goes, does baby want to go cummies? And he says, yes. And then she says, one day when baby's a big boy, he can go cummies in mommy, but he's not a big boy today, so he needs to go cummies in the diaper.
Oh, so it's like he
Fuck,
wants to be
I'm
a
so
baby
close.
and he wants to fuck his
He
mom
wants
as
to
well.
fuck his
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Rock
And then
hard
he
this whole time
yeah,
as
and then he
well.
comes
I
in the
am.
shit-filled diaper. Yeah.
That's fucking.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
that
on
takes
a
it.
lot.
Like, do you know what
How
I mean?
hot is his mum though?
She's hot, but she's a mom herself. So
It's not shit yourself.
she's gone.
Come in your own pants.
I mean,
hot.
I mean, you got to find out what his actual mum looks like. I mean,
It's true.
Well, he picks her for a reason.
Oh no, I mean his real
guess.
mum, not the mum that. The
I mean,
play
they
mum.
don't. We don't make them give that information.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be just a quick Facebook.
I was
and
talking to
happen.
my friend Calissa, shout out to her, and I'll give a lot of shout outs on this podcast. And she was telling me that she was talking to somebody that worked there or whatever when she was buying something. And in, I don't know what country in Asia, but they do this thing where this guy was telling her, they put, you know those things where you put like a crushing thing in it, like it'll crush anything, like it's like a high thing. Yeah, but they put kittens in it.
Oh,
You like to watch kittens get crushed. You've heard about this?
No,
what?
I mean they do the guys like sometimes, yeah, but
Literally crushing the puss. That's insane, yo.
Oh god. Like I was doing feet stuff for a while because you can do it anonymously on the internet and make money, and like
sending out photos of your feet.
photos or videos or whatever.
Of you what, crushing stuff?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I had a guy and he asked me what I would crush, and I was like, I'll do bugs, but I'm not doing he wanted mice, and I was like, I'm not crushing
What
mice
the
with my
fuck?
feet.
I feel like racist would jerk off to that scene in American History X when he makes a
yeah.
You drew the line at mice.
Yeah, that's
you
very-
drew the line at mice.
I did.
It's like insects, fine.
Yeah.
Mice, it's like no one ever experimented on mice. I am not gonna start something now, man.
Once it's
Didn't you sell your noodles? The noodles that
I
you
tried
bathed
to
in?
sell them.
Oh, from the photo shoot.
I tried to sell them, and somebody asked me, well, because I put it on Craigslist. I got like a response 3 days later. I was like, dude. I was like, if that is your thing, shouldn't you be checking Craigslist every day? Because it's only going to come around
Well,
once.
no, but it could be a
every
situation
10
where
years.
you don't know it's your thing and you see it on there and you're like, oh, I'll try that. Like,
I'll try that.
What was his problem? Wrong flavor? Something like that?
No, it took him to, he was like, do you still have these? I was like, it's been 3 days. No. But what I should have
if you're
done,
at the Laugh Mob house, they would still be there.
I should have just boiled more noodles and said, yeah.
Oh, shit.
geez.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
stupid.
Because you got the photos to prove it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's lying.
That's yeah. This doesn't smell like the noodles I
A lot
ordered.
of people get in the sex trade game for honest reasons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you just have the one set of photos and just buy $2 noodles.
Oh, I'll be
every
cooking
time
ramen all day.
Yeah,
yo.
dude. Every time someone asks, you just put out a new batch.
Exactly. Bang.
New batch of noodles out. I mean, can you even mail new noodles to someone?
That's
I don't
all
see why not.
markup, that, because you're right. You can go to Aldi, you get 5 packets for 99 cents.
Yeah.
Boom, you know what I mean?
It's big profit. How much was he buying them for? Or to buy?
Well, I put it for portion. I was like $20 or best offer depending on portions.
Okay.
So it's like all he did was ask me if I had
And
them
how would
still.
you get it to him? Or would he come pick them up?
I wrote a whole thing in the ad. I wrote where I would meet them. Like I was gonna meet them at a club I work. Because there's enough people around, there's enough stuff. It's like on a street called McDougal Street,
Yeah.
so there's like all this activity. So like I could have done it near there and had people I know like watching me
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
Filming?
I'm not. Yes.
Content.
Yeah.
Always be thinking about content.
Yeah.
So funny.
So that I wasn't like kidnapped while trying to sell my noodles.
You lean on this like that?
Nudes
Is that
for
what's
noodles.
fun?
Yeah, I do. I'm just
That's sick, I like that.
hungover. What else do I have in here? So that's the toilet paper.
Oh, we saw that one. That's
Yeah.
fucking...
I didn't name them. I'm so shit at this.
Jesus Christ, that's
This
toilet
is
paper.
just two,
Oh,
this is two black guys fighting.
I've seen this one. This has got nothing to do with toilet paper, though, eh?
No. But he's pretty sick.
Oh, he knocks him down, yeah.
Where is that?
So,
At a McDonald's.
Probably in America.
Yo,
We don't have black people.
a girl came into the dungeon late one day because she got into a fight at a McDonald's.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was
She
like,
came in looking for help.
I wish I could remember. No, like so that dungeon is the only place I've worked where people stroll in 2 hours late, like they're on time for work.
Oh,
It's
really?
really funny. They're just like, I was getting my nails done, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that you were supposed to be here at 10. Like it's 1 o'clock. Like, but she came in and her hair was soaked. And she was like, well, I was at the McDonald's and I saw somebody, I can't even remember the way she put it, but she was like, I saw somebody who, I'd had an issue with. She put it a different way. But then they started getting into it at the McDonald's and she was like, and she took someone else's soda and threw it on me. Could you believe that? Someone else's soda that they paid for. Like
Not even her own.
Yeah, she was like, this bitch over here. And like,
The goal.
yeah, and that was her
She
issue.
got free refills anyway. What
I
the
know,
fuck?
but she was like, she grabbed someone else's soda from the can and threw it on me, and I was like, bitch, I'm gonna see you later tonight, and I was like, okay, like,
People like that will always just over-explain a story just until you get so exhausted that you'll just be like, all right, I don't give a shit that you're late. Just fuck off out of it. Yeah, just go to work.
Soda's not bad.
Yeah.
Milkshake McFlurry would be better.
Yeah.
But it was
Whereas-
also like 10:30 in the morning, so that means her and someone she had beef with were both at the same McDonald's, getting McDonald's like
yeah, they
way
should
too
bond
early.
on how both their lives.
That's a lot of
suck.
beef. Yeah.
That's okay. They're probably
of
dead
beef.
now. That's
Man, I
McDonald's
was
at
telling you, I
10:30.
got knocked out of Macca's the last time.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Really? Yeah, I got in a fight after Magic Mike, and it was sort of going to fight this guy. Shout out to Luke Mast from the yeah, so some guy knocked my bag off the thing, and I was being a smartass.
You?
Yeah, eating my hotcakes, and then I
Eating his hotcakes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the story.
I just love
just
that-
a man on his own eating pancakes.
Yeah, I love that you call them hot cakes too.
Yeah.
There's something about it that makes it so innocent and sort of whimsical.
Yeah.
You know, I was eating my hot cakes, and this guy.
yeah. So then he starts like I was telling him he's never going to sleep with any of these girls, blah blah. Then the girls left without him, and then he's standing out the front and he was like this, and as I finished my hotcakes, and then I went out there. I put my bags down. I was like, "Are we settling this?" Like I was just having the time of my life. I was like, "This is gonna be sick." I've always,
I finished my hotcakes. Are we settling this?
Yeah, I was ready. I was ready to fight.
I gotta wait 15 minutes before I fight.
Yeah, yeah, before I jump in this pool. But it was like, yeah. So I was heaps happy and laughing and stuff because I thought it was hilarious. I was like, this will be funny. I'll just start fighting some dude out the front of Macca's. And so it was like, he got right in my face and I was like, we settling this? He's like, yeah. He started arcing up and then I kissed him on the mouth.
Oh,
Like,
of course, you got
yeah,
too close.
like
Yeah.
with my tongue and stuff. But I realized as well, I was covered in like probably hotcake sauce and stuff.
Oh,
So it's like,
It always comes back to the hotcakes.
I love it. I love it.
it's a
no wonder I was
sweet
laughing. It was
kiss.
high on sugar.
Yeah. And I on other things. But then so I kissed this guy in the mouth, and then he was like, what the like pushed me off, and then just gave me a quick jab. I fell back, because I was quite drunk, and I was laying on the ground laughing about how funny that was. And then the security guard from Magic could see it's right next door, and I just gave him the thumbs up from my back while I was laughing, and he goes, yeah, all right. And then I got up and was like, are we settling it? I was kept trying to egg him on.
that's
but
so
then he's
funny.
like, just eat your food, man. Just go inside, eat your food.
Was he a
I
big guy?
Yeah, well, nearly everyone's bigger than me, but yeah. So he's like, it was like here, I had to grab him.
So he was punching down.
Yeah,
That's unacceptable.
unacceptable.
That's all right.
Punch up.
I love that. I was saying to him, I'm like, normally people that fight in McDonald's normally have mixed responses about the gay community. You know what I mean? he wasn't at a parade. No, you know what I mean? Like,
And it was just after Mardi Gras weekend, you know what I mean? He kind of knew that I probably had a few people on my side in the streets.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? There's a bit of a few glitter.
well, he probably blames gay people for their toilet paper shortage.
So this guy's arcing up.
It's so good that he holds his McDonald's the whole time. He
Yeah.
doesn't even put it down.
So he's got a drink and he doesn't spill a single drop.
And he's wearing white.
Yeah. Look at his head movement.
Oh, they're weaving.
Oh my god!
It seems
Look
that
at
neither of them has ever been in a fight.
Oh,
you see that
shit.
dip then?
That-
Down
oh,
goes
shit.
Frazier again.
And he's got that drink in
World
his
star.
hand.
Yeah, so what's
World
the drink?
star.
He never spills the drink, not once.
What a
and it's
legend.
full.
Incredible. It's like he's done it before.
Yeah. Even squeezing it, like surely the lid's gonna come off.
Damn.
That guy's really must be drunk. Like the guy.
They're both drunk.
Oh shit. This has got to be New York.
Me when I'm down.
With the
With the soda. With the soda.
This is where your friend walks in now and just gets hit by a
That soda.
a big soda.
Well, it's good. No,
They're still saving people. That's the best. It's like,
Dude, they're just
They're filming
this has to be New York because they're just watching this
the
happen.
McDonald's guy's like 45's ready. 45. He's like, I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just fighting.
Look at him fucking dodging.
It's like
fucking-
watching a
Oh,
professional
God.
boxing match in slow motion.
Yeah.
So that's how drunk they are.
So, yeah, the guy in the red started it,
Oh.
and now the guy in the white. See that? I love that little.
That's so good.
Damn.
Oh, that girl.
Yeah.
On his phone.
That's his girlfriend.
I wish she'd just be like, nope.
Yeah.
So she's single now?
Oh, how good's that walk of shame?
Damn.
He's like, I really should not have said that. Yeah.
This is New York. I know this McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the Lower East Side.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure from what I saw through the window, it looks like
when
it.
you get home, if you can just get a mate and just replicate that exactly, send it over. I'll edit it into the pod that way.
I think I have a white leather jacket, so
Yes.
we know who I'll be.
Oh man, have you ever been in any fights other than the wartime, Fady?
Yes, a guy named Harut. He's Armenian. I was 9. He was 9 too.
Wow, he said that like he's been waiting to talk about this.
Yeah.
Harut.
Fuck that guy, Fady.
Fucking
Did
Harut.
you win?
He said something. We both cried. I remember. He said something like,
I am Harut.
He said, "Meet me after school. Meet me after school in the parking lot."
Yeah.
I said,
Oh, yeah.
"I'm not gonna wait. Come on, let's do it now." I said, and so we punched each other and we both cried.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I'm not gonna wait till after school. It's too much, too tense, right?
So a draw.
It was a draw, I would say. But when you're 9, is it really a fight?
Yeah.
right.
A lot of
it's
pushing
still too
and
weak.
stuff. Yeah.
And then I grew up like big and like very fast, very big.
Yeah.
And no one messed with me in school after that, you know.
Nice.
Do you know what Harut's doing now?
I think he's dead.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't
And
know.
he's going to be on the intro for next week's pod.
Like a lot of your Escobar friends.
Yeah.
But surely, Carl, you've been in fights, yeah?
I mean, I wouldn't call them fights, but I've done the best I could. You know what I mean? I've been jumped a lot in Liverpool. That was they always used to fucking jump you, and you used to know them. It'd be like your friend's older brother or whatever, and they'd beat the shit out of you. And then the next day, they'd be on the bus to school with you, and they'd always just say the same thing. Oh, I thought you were someone else.
Yeah, but
It's like, oh yeah, the kid with an afro. What the fuck are you talking about? Bouncing a basketball. You this one time I got
Standing out
beaten
in
up
front
from
of
a
me,
friend because he got stabbed like a week earlier to do with something else, so he couldn't really run.
Yeah.
And then so they were just like, I was like, fuck, all your friends run off like we mate Chris, but he was with the girl, so whatever. So I stayed with Maddie, and then we just took a beating together. Yeah, it was crazy. I remember I actually pissed myself as well because he had a brick. I thought he was going to
what the
hit me in the
fuck?
face with the brick. Yeah, because he thought he threw it at the bus stop. So I was like fucking just like, I didn't realise, I just pissed as I was like trying to fight them off and shit like
Yeah.
that.
I got hit with a brick on the head
Oh,
when I was
9, Harut.
Yeah.
I was 7.
oh shit.
Yeah, they had to stitch me at school. A guy.
At school.
Yeah, he was with me in class at school. The teacher asked something, he didn't get the right answer. I answered correctly, and he got really pissed off with me. He was with me at school, but he was a Palestinian refugee. I remember. His name was Jihad. Jihad. So I go to the playground. He
not off
grabs
to a
a
good
brick and
start.
smacks me on the
Why
head.
are there bricks
Jesus
just laying around the
Christ.
playground?
It's Lebanon. You know how much rubble there is? So
It was a Lebanon
go
school.
ask your
What do you
country
mean?
why my country has rubble.
That's a
And,
serious
I wasn't even
so
born
yeah,
yet.
they stitched me up.
trouble with rubble.
They stitched me up and they sent him back to Palestine. He wishes. Sorry, got too political there.
What's he doing now?
I don't know.
Dead. Every single one of them dead.
Like he knows where all his, he just keeps tab of all his enemies.
I don't
Well, yeah,
know.
that
You know,
story
living
pretty
well,
quick with
living
the-
well, man. That's my
Yeah.
revenge. Living well and having a country and a passport.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my revenge.
We don't know about the passport things. We're looking into that. So what else?
Have you ever been in a cat fight?
Yeah.
What happened?
Her name was Fat Melissa. It was my
Of course.
it was my 16th birthday,
Yeah.
and we had actually gone down to Capitol Garage, which was a music venue, to find this guy who threatened my friend's brother with a gun on the internet. And my friend,
on the internet?
yeah, this was when the internet was starting to come up. You know, before it was the way it is.
Did he have a gun?
Well, that's the thing. We went down to find out. We were like, we're going to find this guy with this live journal name. You know, we didn't know who he was, but we're
Yeah.
going to find this dude who has a gun.
How are we going to find him?
Because we were going to ask around. You know what I mean? People know the people's like handles on
Oh,
live
yeah, yeah.
journals,
So
right?
you got to be like, have you seen Tommy _ 58?
Yeah,
it's
something
always
like that.
6'9", yeah.
Yeah, some like emo name or something.
yeah.
So we all like went down there, and then Fat Melissa and I were like standing screaming at each other about some shit, and somebody pushed me into her. So then she started hitting me, and I started hitting her. Then she pulled my hair into her fat stomach, and then it ended. That was
Oh,
it.
shit.
And then we like made up, and she was actually the one who told us who the guy was.
Oh.
So like shortly thereafter, I pulled a knife on that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have a gun?
Switchblade?
I had like it looked like a necklace. So I dated a guy. He had a gun collection actually and knives, and like he gave me this like it looked like a nice chili pepper, you know, but then it would unfold into actually quite a blade, you
Yeah.
know. So you could because you know teenagers shouldn't. Really
Well,
have
you know what we
knives.
say in Australia? That's not a knife. That's a knife. It has
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
really big.
Oh, that
Yeah.
passport's getting more risky every day. We can take that away, right? Oh man! So here's a nice little funny video here that you can watch.
Let's see.
You've got pets, don't you, Fady? No. This lady,
Is something gonna happen to the dog?
it's very good.
Okay, good.
So he's tied up to a thing, and
Oh.
away he goes.
That's joke.
Look at that!
Oh, yeah.
Into oncoming traffic. No, but that's a
Yeah,
big
but-
ass.
Yeah, nobody's gonna hit him with that.
And it's
thing.
raining. That's the worst
That's
part.
so funny.
I love
though.
that. That's good.
He's
Yeah,
like, I'm
he's
going to
Someone
new
should
home.
put Benny Hill music.
Yeah. That's good. I
It's
should have done some
because
minutes
it's
over. Yeah, I like to start the pod always with toilet paper violence and then just end in just some funny clips.
Something nice.
Yeah, he's all right, no audio, perfect.
Who's this guy?
Well, he's standing in front of without audio. It's absolutely pointless. Don't know why I didn't have that. But he's standing in front of like they're burning all these drugs from a bust, and he's standing there reporting on it.
Oh, he's getting cooked.
Yeah. So he goes, behind me is 21 kilos of marijuana and heroin. And he just can't get it out, dude. And he's just it's so fucking high, but
That's
he's like
so funny.
doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
I wish I'd check these for the audio. I think the last one I've got in here, yeah, we've got time for probably one more. Do you watch the show Catfish?
Oh, to Catch a Predator, man.
No, it's similar. So there's
Carl's just waiting for his episode, so
That's so I never know why they
I
don't
don't.
leave. They're sitting down, it's like, grab a seat, and it's like, okay, like, you just leave straight away, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
I like how it got so popular, that show, that eventually they knew him and they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
instantly,
They never see it. He's
and
like,
there was
"Can I
one
finish my
guy-
pizza?"
Yeah, there's one guy that was like, hi, like shaking his hand. He's like, what's up, Chris? Like, it's like,
Big fan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I do know where your hand's been. But yeah, yeah, man, there's so many good jokes about that fucking shit. Like, they always have condoms and like, but then like something like a normal thing for a kid, and then also condoms and vodka.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I got you some chocolates, and then it's like, and there's in the bag is also condoms and
Yeah,
vodka.
he's like, oh, what are you here? I'm just here to hang.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, her
Nobody
parents-
likes FIFA that much.
Yeah, her
just
parents are
fucking
out
play
of
online.
town, and I'm just coming to make sure she's all right. It's like, yeah, it's
crazy.
And it's always the best when they pull up the chat
Oh, the
logs.
messages,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, so you said here that.
Are you alarmed that they know so much about
Yes,
the show?
I'm very
I'm
alarmed.
sitting here and I'm like, I know the show.
Yeah,
but
you gotta know thy enemy.
Like, yeah, kind of like going, what's happening? What?
Yeah.
Do you know, in all honesty, the term catfish, I still am confused on what it means.
Okay, so it's basically there's a. I read
How
up
do you
about-
define, like, actual definition? Is
of,
it
of the term?
pretending to be...
Yeah, you
something
says
you're not.
Something you're not. Yeah.
So
That's it,
like
basically
most
anything.
comedians.
Yeah.
So, not necessarily from the opposite gender or...
Yeah, that can be it.
Okay,
It
but
can be
that's not
anything.
necessary. So it could be like, I'm a psychiatrist and I work
Yep.
for ASIO.
That's yeah. That's
We
a
wanna
good-
see-
Most people, when you think
That's
of
mostly
catfish,
lying.
you think of
A fake-
pedos or whatever.
Yeah,
or
a fake
something like that.
persona.
A
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
online profile is usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like.
I wonder why it's called catfishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason
Because you
for
can't
that-
fish cats, probably.
when there's something when you in a catfish hole in like a river or something, when you grab it, sometimes they pretend to be, they'll have put different fish in there. So,
Oh, okay.
So that when you pull it out, you think you've got a catfish, but it's something else. There's some shit like that.
Okay.
They play. It's one of those
So-
things
so
that comes up when you're watching the show.
The
like,
show is about
Did
that?
you know?
Oh, yeah.
No, so the show's about people that have pretended to be someone else online and then just started like getting into a relationship online with these people.
It's scripted or documentary? Or
It's half-half.
Oh, okay.
But so the guys don't know any of it, but they elicit like people coming in saying like, "Hey, I'm talking to this person online. We've never done video chat. Need to sort of, can you guys help me figure it out?" And then they pick the best ones out of that, and then they get the two hosts to come in and start running it. So basically, these people are on these online relationships, and then. Good.
I know. Yeah.
Awesome. And then so they're in these online relationships, and then the show goes through how they met and all that, and then they go meet up with the person and find out who they really are.
Oh, cool.
And it's almost never who they thought it was. Like, it's never the person they say they were. So this one guy here, I'll show you this clip. This is like a best of clip. This guy's waiting to meet, because they make him meet in person for the first time.
Damn game. Something, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she might.
He's the unsuspecting victim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this guy's been talking to this girl for about a year and a half now.
Wow.
It's always for
Same
ages.
age,
yeah.
same age.
I know.
I don't know.
Really shows what people cling to.
Yeah.
You don't really
Like,
get
kind
many
of,
black
you know.
pedophiles.
All right, so watch this. So he
know?
thinks he's going to meet this girl he's been in a relationship with for a year and a half,
Yeah.
and he does not.
What I mean, weren't they FaceTiming or whatever? Or
No,
nothing?
no FaceTime, no video chat. Always, sorry, bad
Just
reception.
chatting.
Yeah. Watch.
No way.
This.
That's not a girl.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, wait, maybe identifies it. I don't know anymore.
The old switcheroo.
Ah, he's coming in righteous.
Yeah.
What's this? Hey, man, you want to chill out a second? Excuse me. This, man. Real. Don't touch me. Better back up.
Wait, so he's not
Wait,
in
why
on
is he
it?
on crutches? But
You better chill out, man. What the kind of is this, man?
We're talking. Him and I are talking.
Yo, hey, you a
He and I are talking.
Excuse
I'll tell
me.
you one thing right now, buddy.
Excuse me.
One thing you're gonna like. You're gonna learn to love it too.
What the hell are you talking about,
What's
dude?
going on? I'm gonna be the one wearing the pants in this one. Understand
Yeah,
that?
dude, you're being unreasonable.
Straight up. The kind of is this?
I'm just asking you to take it down a couple notches.
Hey.
You brought a lot of attitude.
By the way, a lot of attitude last night. Thanks a lot. Really felt it too. You and I got to know you better. I loved it. But I'll tell you what, you and I, we could do that later. Come here. We're gonna talk.
We ain't got we done talk.
You, babe? Are you kidding me? You could still be my
What
chocolate
is
kid,
this
too.
show? I don't get it. Who's in on what?
No one's in on it.
No, but why is wait there? So he's pretending to be a woman though.
So he's
The white
been in a
dude?
relationship. This white dude has been pretending to be a woman
Yeah.
for this.
So why is he so pissed off then?
it seems like they might have. Do they have something before this?
No, so they don't know each other.
At all?
No, at all. He just is a fucking psycho, and he's like catfishing people just to fuck with them.
Oh,
So that's why he's
the
like, I
fuck?
gotcha, yeah. And then he's gonna
Do you know this guy?
like, he's like, do you know this
So
guy?
why is that camera crew there?
Because
Because it's a fucking TV show, Kyle.
Yeah, but wouldn't the black guy know?
Yeah, he seemed very comfortable around the
Wouldn't
cameras, you
the
know?
black guy know that
He
it's
seems
a bit
like-
weird if there's cameras there?
Well, no, they organised it with
Everybody-
him. He wants to
everybody's
see the
agreed
one
to be on the TV
yeah,
show.
he wants to meet the person he's in love with.
Okay,
God.
all right.
They
Start step one.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It's
I
a TV
forgot.
show.
Yeah, step one, TV show called Catfish.
This is not a window.
No.
But the white guy seems like it's almost like he's doing it to get back personally.
Revenge, yes. So then
But
he's like, he doesn't know him at all. He's
Oh
just
my God.
off the fucking handle.
Yeah, I'm Jess. You're Jess. Yeah.
Man,
ugh.
what?
I don't
Man.
like when he
That
made
was
eye
a very
contact.
sleazy
I wonder
eye
if they had
contact.
Yeah.
cyber sex.
I mean,
Yeah, it's weird, like watching porn and then they make eye contact, you go, oh
That's
god, they're
what I
human.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They look at
Yeah.
the camera or something.
There's nothing behind his eyes though.
What kind of is that, man? Oh, hell no.
His friends are gonna make fun of him forever.
Not everything is as it seems. Not
Obviously.
everything you see or want it to be can be exactly what you want it to be. And I am living proof of that. And I felt that. And I felt the necessity to put myself out there.
What are
you so angry about? Come on, the guy's got a family and he's talking to me? He thinks he's talking to some broad?
But he did think he was talking to a girl. As far as-
Exactly.
right. So you're a good actress.
Sure, I like that. Yeah, why not?
Psycho.
I am
Oh,
a
you're
pretty
a
lady.
regular Judi Dench.
What's your name, by the way? You skipped that.
My name's Justin.
I'm gonna take a stab at this.
Sure.
You're gay.
Obviously, I'm not gay.
Well,
I'm
it's
an
not so obvious. I mean, you are pretending to be a girl online and having a romantic relationship with a guy. So
I give it to you. You got me there.
Is this real?
Yeah, maybe.
we've never been too hopeless hook
He had the Tom Cruise vibe about him.
Yeah, so
That
this-
is
that
crazy,
fucking
yeah.
psycho. Yeah, so he basically what he does is he gets married, finds married people. That's the sort of reason.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
his justification for it, and he convinces them to cheat, and then just flips like just
They're not really cheating, they're just messaging. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I
it
mean?
gets pretty-
Like the intention
Yeah, but
is
I mean,
there,
yeah,
guess.
emotionally cheating.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's like a vigilante for nothing.
No reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's creating the problem.
He's actually
solving.
he's a hero and the villain.
if he didn't, the black guy would be messaging nobody.
Yeah,
If he wasn't
exactly.
there, yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's fucking wild, man. But I love the show. Like, I'm up to date on it. It's fucking wild. There's so many crazy.
What are you
things in
watching
there.
on?
I just stream it illegally, like everything. I mean,
I think
don't-
it's on MTV in my
Yeah, it's
country.
an MTV show. Yeah, but I don't
I
have a
forget.
TV.
I forget that's because I'm like, yeah, catfish, and you're like, whoa, like about it, right?
Have you ever catfished anyone?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm just making. I make it well because when I was a kid on the internet, I
Yeah?
definitely like. would-
Oh, yeah, this
No,
story's crazy.
No,
actually, yeah.
not that
Tell me the story.
Well, no, that's not about being on the internet though. I just lied about my age when I ran away from home when I was 15.
Yeah.
I said I was 17 because then it was still illegal to do anything weird with me, but it wasn't like questionably illegal.
Oh, that's.
So she went to a party and made out with a bunch of people.
Yeah, this is so funny. I'm like, I gotta write a joke because he came up with the best punchline for it. I made out with a bunch of people for the first time. I had my first kiss when I ran away from home with this guy and this girl, and then this girl took me to the party.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna make out with everybody. Kissing is great. So I like made out with anybody who would kiss me at this party, and he was like, you turned a bunch of people into pedophiles.
Everybody at that party is a paedophile now. You know what I mean?
Sick.
It's like I waved a magic wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
This is
lord,
the house
yeah.
of the pedophiles.
It's like, oh, you met up with a girl, you're a paedophile. Bro, so did you.
And then she left and broke up a pedophile ring.
This party's over. Oh wow. Fuck yeah. I got catfished when I was younger. Sort of catfished. So I was in this like long-term relationship, this online relationship that was over like a year and a half, maybe more, 2 years.
Where was she from?
She said she was, I think she was in Darwin, but she...
Darwin?
Yeah, Darwin, like NT.
Yeah.
I was on the phone to her every day, this like landline shit, and then like mobile shit as well.
How'd you mean her?
Chat rooms and stuff.
On
and then-
ICQ?
no, I
Is
can't
that too
remember.
old
Chat roulette.
reference?
Oh, I vaguely remember.
I vaguely remember that.
ICQ.
No,
Wow.
it was. I used to just type in chat rooms and just go on chat rooms.
Yeah,
And,
MSN Messenger and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd be like
AOL.
14,
Yeah.
15, female, Callie, always.
Yeah.
Callie?
So then, so I start talking to this girl, and then we're like
Darwin, the Callie of Australia.
So I put it on. I messaged her on MSN Messenger, and I've still got the chat logs. I think I found them. And it's like every single day, all day, every day, we're talking on the phone, on MSN Messenger. When I get home, I was the loneliest fuck. And then my mate, I introduced her to my mate, because they all knew about this thing, this relationship I was in.
Yeah, yeah.
And how obsessed I was with it. And then my mate starts talking on MSN Messenger, and then he steals her from me, right? And I go to his house to fight him, and he's like 4 years older than me.
Via Messenger.
Yeah, it's insane now, but at the time it was my whole world was crumbling.
Microsoft did something useful.
And then I go to his house to fight him. His grandparents like go out there. He wraps up his hands. He's got a baseball bat. He's fucking whatever. But then
His grandparents are like, oh yeah, the fight's out there. Just
Go take
watch
care
the
of
good
that
shine.
outside.
Yeah. Take your shoes off.
So
Put
yeah,
your gloves
we're on the
on.
front yard. I'm like almost crying, and then I was like, "Oh fuck this!" Eventually, I went back in the car, and then a couple of months later, I think it was a couple of months later, she flies down. Like they start this proper relationship. She flies down. They're waiting at the airport for him, and he takes his glasses off, and he's trying to look as good as he can. And he says to my mate, "What if?" Like my mate goes, "What if it's not her? Like what if she's not who the photos were?" And then he goes, yeah, that'll be crazy. And then he's like, I hope it's not her. Like to this girl who kind of looked like Down syndrome Shrek.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it was her.
Oh,
my
fuck.
God.
They've got 3 kids now.
No way. You stayed together?
Yeah.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
So that was actual love between them.
Maybe
Crazy.
just because people are together doesn't mean they're in love. But
Yeah, but I mean, why would you could just end it there? You'd be like, you lied to me about the way you looked. I'm not going to do this. They clearly must have continued
well,
because
the emotional side was there already. So now
that's what I'm saying.
the physical side.
I mean, sure, maybe they're not in love now.
Why would people not be in love if they're together? They must be.
I mean,
right?
that happens.
It's happened, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason to be with someone, right?
Well, how'd you get
Well,
your
no.
visa? Let's check into that. Let's look into that.
I don't know. I don't love
this
anything
guy would
or
have been
anyone.
fucking halfway out of Terminal 1 before she even got off the fucking plane.
I love-
If
did
he
you-
saw
did
it
you hear
through
what
that
he
little
said?
window, fuck that.
So how old were you?
At the time, I must have been like, how was I only 10, 14? Yeah, maybe like 14.
Let's say 14, 15, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, that guy was 4 years older than me. He's going to the airport, put sunglasses, trying to look as good as he can be because he's an old fuck. He's like, for him, he's
He's
an
like
old
18.
man. And
Yeah.
he's 18 or 19. But I love the resentment he had. Look at him. Look at his 4 years old.
That's, he's holding a sign with a fucking email on it and shit like that. What the
With a
fuck?
username?
I
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. I'm so glad that I dodged that bullet though. Imagine if I ended up in just going down that path. I would
Maybe
never
you would
be
have been
here.
as happy, like the happiest person alive now. Who knows?
I am now, okay? Just because I cry myself to sleep most nights, some nights are good.
you would have moved to the Northern Territory.
A better team.
You would have moved to the Northern Territory, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
that was an option I was thinking of. Yeah, at the time I was like, so it was everything, but now
That's crazy that they even have fucking good internet in Darwin back then as well. That's the
yeah,
that's
it
the
was just
wild
after
part of it.
dial-up. Like, yeah, I think she was rocking dial-up.
What the fuck?
Everybody was.
Well,
So-
yeah, there was this. Yeah,
So the connection wasn't slow. The girl was. That's what you're saying? Sorry,
All right, guys.
What
Well,
a
look,
savage.
that's the end of the pod. Let's just wrap it up there. We've had some fun. Follow everyone on
Yeah, that was sick. I like
Instagram.
the videos as well. Yeah, it's
Good-
dope.
good hang.
Everybody's loving it here.
Sorry for
We've
crashing
got
the
about
party,
60
guys.
people
Really,
here.
I-
It's
No.
sick.
No, I'm
Always
just coming here
welcome,
for
man.
toilet
Your
paper.
Fun
family.
surprise.
We'll get you some on the way out. We've got backups here. Don't tell anyone it's on the pod. Nah. So we've got LeBron James of comedy.
Bang.
Hugo, you nasty.
Fady Kassab.
Chillzy. Dead Comic Society every Sunday at Stanley's at Stanley's. Thank you guys. Boom.
Yeah, boy. Yes, boy, yes, boy, yes, boy, yes, boy.
I'd say 2 Lamborghinis easily.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.